Swords About Books, Ben?
Swords About Books, Nate.
I missed it last time. As Odysseus is sailing away from the Cyclops, and the Cyclops, calls him a coward and whatnot, and he's like, coward? I am Odysseus. Get it? It works on a lot of levels, because he can see, and Cyclops can't see.
Okay.
The Cyclops is like, that's pretty funny, but I think you're actually Odysseus, because you're going to be on the sea for the next 10 years. Bam. Got it. Got it in. I'm editing this, right?
Yeah.
I'm editing a laugh track. When the crowd goes wild. 2 solid jokes back to back, playing on language.
Yeah, that's the kind of joke that reminds the audience that you're a father.
Yeah, I've got another one coming up. It's going to be great.
Oh, good. I'm glad you've planned these and written them ahead.
It's a callback to something, a joke you had from like 4 years ago. It's going to be great.
I'm sure I'm not going to remember it. I don't remember anything anymore.
So last time Odysseus started telling his tale, and I think we left off with Circe.
Yeah, so he had just followed Hermes' advice to throw Circe up against a wall and pull a sword on her, and she was like, "Oh, daddy." And he wound up spending the next year there banging her. And we're going to talk,
as you do.
We're going to talk about,
if it helps, he thought about his wife most of those nights.
I doubt that. I doubt that very much.
While he was going to town.
Because that's the other thing too, is Penelope, they talking all the time about how Penelope's this wonderful woman and how you can't trust women. And it's so rare for Penelope to have stayed loyal and faithful to Odysseus all this time, turning away these suitors.
Yeah, just like Odysseus did.
Yeah, right? Just like Odysseus did. The sacred bonds of marriage. I don't really know. I mean, obviously there's a double standard. Obviously. I just like when Odysseus comes back and he's just grilling everybody about how loyal they've been. Meanwhile, it's like, dude, you just spent the last 7 years f***ing a goddess.
2.
Well,
2 of them.
One and then another, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's a tragedy for him.
If it helps, he was really sad later in the day.
I haven't read any feminist takes on the Odyssey, but I imagine they are numerous and aggressive in their assessment, because it's pretty bad. But we're not there yet. So
we're men.
Odysseus's men, speaking of, have come to remind him that they're not banging Circe every night, and for them, this is just sitting on an island in the middle of nowhere.
Because it's awesome, and you guys should try it. You can't, but I gotta tell you, it's pretty awesome. You probably hear us, actually.
Yeah, so we're taking the ship and we're leaving. You
loud.
Can come or you can not come, but that's what's going to happen.
Surprised it took them an entire year.
Well, they had a rough previous 3 years, you know. They probably did enjoy a little bit of a vacation. At this point, they probably figure they're all returning to homelessness. Surely nothing is left for them. They're definitely presumed dead. But at least they've still got like 1 shipload of treasure.
Yeah.
For now.
I mean, we lost 9 ships, but I've got a good feeling about this 10th one.
So it comes time for Odysseus to go. And if he's going to go, Circe tells him, you're going to need...
Just one more quick. Do it in the kitchen.
It is funny because I will again reference Hades 2, the video game from which I know most of my Greek mythology. Circe and Odysseus, there's a side quest where you can bring Odysseus to visit Circe, and it it's awkward. It's awkward. Odysseus, because Odysseus is a shade. I don't know if you've ever played the Hades games, but
No, that makes sense because he decided to not become immortal and
yeah,
went back to his wife and his kid that he hardly knew.
but he's working for the chthonic gods of the underworld as their strategist, and you wind up in a position where you can meet Circe, and he's like, you should take me to see Circe. I want to, we ended things on a weird note, and I'd like to see if there's anything still there. And Circe is like little heartbroken. Little heartbroken. I kind of want to play all the Hades games again now that I've actually read some Greek mythology. And I mean, I got the references because through cultural osmosis, you just absorb so much Greek mythology.
Have you not read the Odyssey before?
No, this is my first time reading the whole thing. I've read individual.
Oh wow, this is my
books.
second time. No, sorry, this is my third time. I didn't count my most recent time because it's a picture book for mid graders, but I did read it 2 other times.
No, I've read individual books. Like I've read the Cyclops chapter, and
yeah, I think that's probably one of the most famous ones.
Yeah, I'd read the Cyclops chapter, but I'd always read it. Have you ever done those like survey literature courses where you get a big expensive textbook and it just has selected readings from a bunch of like great works?
I don't think so. That doesn't sound familiar.
Oh, so like I took I forget which literature class this was, but our textbook had a selection that was like one book of the Odyssey. It's like one chapter of the Iliad, something from the Aeneid. It was just like a survey.
Oh, I actually had to read not the Aeneid. We skipped around on that one for whatever reason. I think my teacher hated it. We read the Iliad, the Odyssey, and Dante's Inferno. But in between the Odyssey and Dante's Inferno, we got like, here's some selected chapters from the Aeneid.
And was this in high school or college?
High school for that one, and then we did Dante's Inferno again in college.
Yeah. I think I've told this story before, but interestingly enough, the only mythology I got taught in college was...
Actually, I've read the Odyssey 3 times.
The only mythology I got taught in high school was Beowulf, the Arthurian
That's
cycle,
weird.
and some Shakespeare stuff.
That's weird.
My English teacher was also the football coach. And so I
had one of those.
Well, no, but he was actually
divorced.
He was good. I mean, he was a decent guy.
He was not a decent guy. He was a piece of shit.
But he was into, I guess, manlier literature. I don't know. Maybe he didn't find the Greek stuff masculine enough. Odysseus is masculine in his own way.
Yeah, I mean, he has sex with 3 different women over the course of 10 years.
And all the men. They just left that part out.
And all the men.
No, but getting back to the story. So Circe's like, okay, you want to leave? Fine. But, you know, Poseidon...
I mean, I don't want to, but they're gonna take my ship if I don't stop banging you. Yeah. So we gotta move this along.
She's like, let them take the ship. You can stay here forever. We can get married. And Odysseus is like, no.
No, I didn't sign up for a commitment. Sorry.
Bye. So Circe says, if you want to get out of here, Poseidon still wants to kick your ass. So you're going to need some advice. You're going to have to go first to the house of the dead. To the paths of the dead. And he's like, okay, yeah, we can go to the house of the dead. I mean, if you say so. It's just one more stop on a weird island. What could happen? So he tells the men, he's like, we're going to sail off, but first we got to go to the house of the dead. And she gives him very specific instructions for sacrifices he needs to make. and I
A
forget.
black ewe and a ram.
Yeah, I was gonna say, good that you remembered because I'm kind of Ash from Army of Darkness here. Clack to Verada.
Sorta.
I would have, like, I know I got to kill these animals. I just forget which order, so we're gonna flip for it. He tells the men, like, "Hey, tomorrow we're going out, going to the House of the Dead. I don't know what that entails, so party appropriately.
Road trip, yeah.
Could be your last night on Earth." And they do. And then that one guy parties a little too hard, gets lost on the way to his Elpenor. He gets lost on the way to his bed and winds up sleeping on the roof. And in the morning, when he wakes up, they're trying to be like, Elpenor, you're on the roof. Don't just walk off the roof. And then he doesn't really hear them, and he just walks.
I had a college roommate who fell off a roof.
I know. I keep forgetting that happened to you. Every time you mention that, I keep forgetting that guy died.
Yeah.
You're very casual about it.
It's weird.
It's fucking weird. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I should say so.
So, yeah, he's dead.
Elpenor's dead.
He doesn't see any of his other men on any of the other 9 ships. It's just Elpenor.
It really could have been anyone. It could have been any of the people we met up until this point, but they had to invent a brand new guy. So Elpenor, he fell off the roof, snapped his neck. You say he died instantly. I think he suffered. And Odysseus is like, well, shit. Okay, we'll bury him.
Hell, for all we know, he survived, and they had to put him down, and he just kind of left that part.
Well, no, Odysseus is like, well, it's already getting past like 10. We'll bury him when we get back.
Guys, we gotta go, or I'm just gonna end up banging Cersei again.
And so they ready the ship, and they go. And they go to the underworld. They go to an island which has access to the underworld. And I believe this place is featured in Hades too. And I'm just like, I can't tell you enough how rewarding it is to have read this before you play Hades 2. I think you're going to get a lot more out of it, which is, I think, the main reason to read the Odyssey, because that's a really good game.
They should teach that in English classes. Hey guys, before you play Hades 2, you got to read this book. You'll get a lot more out of it. I think that'll sell some of the students.
It's the truth. You should do it. There's even a pretty solid amount of banging. So they go to the Kingdom of the Dead, and I don't know. I'm interested in how he's there specifically to question. I'm gonna.
Tiresias.
Thank you. I was gonna say I'm gonna freeball this one, but I was gonna say Tiresias. So Tiresias is an oracle or a seer, and
who's also blind.
And well, he's also dead, so I don't know how much that matters. I don't know that any of these people.
Well, yeah, when you die blind, I guess you just stay that way, and
yeah, I mean, his physical ailments should no longer affect him, but
well, they do apparently.
So he sacrifices the animals, and this hole he digs a hole or like a trench. I'm actually just going to read this because this has got to smell terrible. So, and I, drawing my sharp sword from beside my hip, dug a trench of about a forearm's depth and length, and around it poured libations out to all the dead, first with milk and honey, and then with mellow wine, then water third and last, and sprinkled glistening barley over it all. And time and again I vowed to all the dead, to the drifting listless spirits and their ghosts, that blah, 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 blah. And then he takes the victims' throats. The victims, that's a one weird translation I don't quite agree with. Every sacrificial animal is called a victim, and they are victims, but I don't know. I don't think of
Tasty victims.
yeah. I guess that's kind of my thing. Is like the animals I eat are my victims, I guess, but I don't. I don't choose to think of them that way.
You should definitely describe them that way to random people in your life or like passersby.
I had bison.
I victimized a hot dog today.
I had bison tacos, and like that bison, I guess it was technically my victim, but like it didn't just die for me. It died for a lot of people who wanted tacos. So
yeah, you ran a train over this bison.
Look, I'm just saying, the victim puts a lot on me, and
you don't appreciate that.
No, I don't like the. It's a little blunt, you know. Can't we just call it like knife recipient?
Knife recipient.
So anyway, he takes the victims over the trench filled with milk, honey, and mellow wine and water. And then he cuts their throats and drains the blood into the trench. So you got a nice sweet and savory drink there. And a bunch of ghosts start flocking towards this. And I love this from a horror dark fantasy standpoint. In that in the Odyssey, the way this works is the dead, the spirits of the dead, they can't remember themselves. They're essentially just hungry ghosts with no sense of self.
And Gollum says you can't eat these
until they drink blood. Then they come back to themselves. And then they know who they are. And that's metal as fuck. So all these ghosts want a taste of this blood. And the ghosts are 100% non-corporeal. Several times someone tries to hug Odysseus, goes right through him. It's very cruel. The gods paint it, or it's painted as very tragic in the story. But somehow Odysseus manages to keep all the ghosts he doesn't want to talk to away from the blood. It says he fights them off. He's not supposed to let... Oh, yeah. No, he says the sharp sword drawn from his hip, he sat down there and he never let the ghosts come near that blood until he had questioned Tiresias. And so I guess he's stabbing them. That shouldn't work, but maybe he's the king of Gondor. So the first ghost...
Maybe it just scares them. They're like, this guy's a maniac. He's trying to stab me with a regular sword.
A lot of them probably died by a sword, so this is probably very traumatic for them.
Yeah, that is just mean.
So the first that comes forward is everybody's favorite crew member. We all know him. We all love him. Elpenor the drunk. And Elpenor the drunk comes up and he's like, "Hey, Odysseus. Man, you remember that time I fell off that roof?"
Yeah, that's all I remember you for, actually.
Like, oh, God, man, I didn't really want to be fall off the roof guy.
That's literally all. I will never mention you before or after this encounter here. You're fall off the roof guy. I know you're with me at Troy, but you're fall off the roof guy.
Okay. Well, Odysseus, at the very least, what you got to do for me? You got to bury me.
All right, but I'm banging Cersei while that's going on.
Well, I suppose you can technically do this, but I also have another request. I want you to sing that "You Are the Wind Beneath My Wings" song as you're burying me.
You're getting amazing grace and you're going to like it.
Fine. So then Elpenor goes away.
Yeah, get away from my blood, fall off the roof guy.
I'm trying to see who the next one was. Oh, there's so many people.
Mine cut all those out. It was just Elpenor and Tiresias.
Oh no, because we also get Odysseus's mom shows up, and he doesn't let her drink the blood until he's questioned Tiresias. And then finally Tiresias comes up and he says, Odysseus, royal son of Laertes, what do you want? And Odysseus says, I would like to get home without any more Poseidon shenanigans. And Tiresias is like, well, that would be a fucking trick since you stabbed his son's eye out. Even so, there's a chance you could get home if you can curb your desires and your crew's desires.
No deal.
At some point, you are going to come to an island. And on that island, you're going to see a lot of cattle and a lot of sheep. And you're going to be hungry, and it's going to seem like a good idea to you to kill and eat these cattle and or sheep. Don't
That sounds pretty awesome.
do that.
Oh.
They belong to Helios. And that guy's the sun.
He's so bright, he casts 4 shadows.
That's right. That's right. That's my joke. I do remember that one. That was a good one. So basically all you got to do to get home in one piece. Don't kill and eat a cow. It seems shockingly easy, but so was not opening a bag of wind. By doing nothing, you'd actually do quite a lot. After that, when you get home, you will probably be able to kill all the people trying to woo your wife. I'm not sure if this is the first time you're hearing about that. Sorry if it is. But there's like 25 dudes in your house right now trying to get with your wife.
God damn it.
How
faithful is she being to me?
Pretty faithful. She's managed to deceive them
well,
for a while.
Just to be on the safe side, I am going to bang Cersei one more time. Just to be safe. Feel like it's only the right thing to do.
I don't know how that ensures your safety, but okay.
It helps protect my ego. Which I gotta tell you has been pretty fragile as of late with how much the ocean is kicking my ass. Just non-stop getting the shit beat out of me.
Yeah, well, like I said, if you want that to stop, don't eat the cows.
All right. So one more time, I should definitely not eat the cows.
Correct. If you take nothing else away from this chapter, it is don't eat the cows.
How hard could it be to not eat those cows?
Not hard for me, but I'm a blind dead guy. So, you want to talk to anybody else around here? And then he does. He talks to a bunch of people. He's like, okay, Mom, you can drink the blood. And his mom drinks the blood. She immediately remembers herself and who he is. And she's like, oh my God, you're dead. And he's like, no. Just visiting. I am not dead, but I'm surprised to see you're here. You were not dead when I left. So this is kind of a lot to take in. Like, I'm happy to see you, but also like, oof. I don't know how to process this emotionally. And his mom's like, well, don't worry. Penelope's definitely not going to bang those suitors. So you make sure you don't bang any strange women either. And he's like, oh, gotta go, Mom. And he sees a lot of other people, just trains of famous Greek philosophers and such.
Oh yeah, are any of the heroes of the Trojan War there?
Oh, several. We got what, Agamemnon, he's there.
Oh, he's here. Yeah,
Uh,
he got killed by his wife, and then his kids killed
oh,
his
Jesus
wife.
Christ, he never shuts up about it. Agamemnon, like, he comes up a couple of times in the Odyssey, and every time he comes up, he's just like, "Oh, my wife killed me, and she betrayed me. She stabbed me at dinner, and I can't believe I survived the whole Iliad just to get stabbed at dinner." It's like, okay, do you have anything else to say? Like, I get it. Get over
Give me
it.
some more blood. I need to remember this in detail.
It's like, okay, that's enough blood for you. But then the guy people actually want to talk to shows up. Good old Achilles.
Oh hey, turns out we didn't really need you all that much.
So Achilles is there, and he's got like,
Yeah, actually, I'm the guy who came up with the thing that ended the war, so I'm kind of a bigger deal than you are. I'm not even half god.
and Achilles is like, yeah, I've never liked you, Odysseus, but I have very few opportunities to talk to people now. So how is my
Yeah, what happened?
son
What
doing?
happened to your gay lover?
He's here.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not giving him any blood.
No, Odysseus tells them they actually buried the two of them together
Oh, how sweet.
because they were just friends,
Yeah, they were the best of friends.
roommates, even in the grave. And Achilles asks,
So Achilles had a son.
yeah, Achilles asks about his son,
Okay,
and
I'll bite. You had a son. Okay, I definitely believe you.
I mean, a lot of Greek guys did that. You needed to have a son. You got to have somebody to inherit your property. You don't have to enjoy it.
Yeah, I guess that is the thing to do. You had women who were largely uneducated, so they were like, what were we even going to talk about? I'm going to go see my friend tonight.
So yeah,
Nude.
I haven't read a lot of the Greek mythology. Like, I haven't read the epics all, cover to cover. But I've read a lot of Greek philosophy. Like, I've read Plato and Aristotle, and I was shocked at how straight the Odyssey was.
It is.
Let me tell you,
it is a bit shocking.
Plato is not. Plato is very upfront with his thoughts on what is and is not attractive. Plato had a wife, or I guess Socrates in Plato's stories. Socrates had a wife.
Yeah,
but that,
I mean, because
that was a business.
That's how reproduction works. Yeah.
That was not his preference. So he tells Achilles, like, "Oh, your son, amazing kid. He earned all kinds of valor and victory in battle, and he's just the bee's knees. That kid, he's the greatest." Achilles is very happy to hear that. He goes dancing off the plains of Asphodel or whatever, and then Ajax comes up, and Odysseus is like, "Ajax, hey, I know we've had our differences, but maybe we can set it aside now." And Ajax is like, "Fuck you. I'll kick your ass when you come down here for real." And he's like, "Okay, good to see you too."
Ajax's problem?
Good to see you too, Ajax. Ajax, I believe, did Odysseus kill him? So this is referencing something that happened
In the Iliad.
It seems like they were competing over who would get Achilles' stuff, and Odysseus won.
Oh, well, Ajax killed himself.
Oh, sucks to suck.
After falling on his own sword in a fit of rage and shame and madness after losing a contest for Achilles' armor to Odysseus.
Yeah.
Driven mad by the goddess Athena, he slaughtered livestock believing they were the Greek leaders who betrayed him He killed himself when he realized what he had done.
You know, the more I've read this, and based on what you're just telling me now, I do think Athena is very much the coked out Pepe Sylvia meme. And I think Odysseus knows that. But what are you going to do? She can still just do whatever the fuck she wants because she's a goddess. So even though you know her plans are crazy and stupid, you just got, yeah, you're the goddess of wisdom. Whatever you say, man, just don't kill me. Don't drive me mad. Don't Ajax me, bro. Okay. So I think he also talks to Heracles. It's just kind of like a. He even mentions like he's holding out to see like who else shows up. He's like, wow, I wonder who else, like what other famous like Greek people can I meet? And then eventually the ghosts do start to like kind of form a zombie horde, and it starts to get a little uncomfortably real, and he does have to, abandon this and go sail away. But he goes back to Circe, and he buries that guy, breakneck guy, Elpenor, that's his name.
Yeah, old Roofy Breakneck, we call him.
Ugh. And then Cersei's like, okay, one more night.
Yep. Hell yeah.
Yep. One more night. And then she loads up the ship with all kinds of supplies and stuff. Now she's like, these supplies, they're going to last you a pretty long time, but you're going to come up against some challenges as you go across. And I'll tell you right now, Scylla and how do you pronounce this?
Charybdis.
Scylla and Charybdis that is a boss fight in Hades 2. Scylla is in a band with the Sirens in Hades 2, and she is the lead singer. So I was very happy to see her. I can't, unfortunately, having played Hades 2 first, that is how I picture it.
Yeah, I don't think Scylla looks that way, but
they definitely.
I didn't even think Scylla had a human.
No, they definitely cute her up a bit for the video game. She's very cartoony, cuddly Scylla. She still tries to kill you, so it's not that bad. But yeah, they're like, Odysseus. I think this is one of the other chapters I had read before this. You're gonna come across the Sirens, and the Sirens, as we know, they lure men.
Steely Dan did a song on it. Yeah,
they lure men to their deaths. So Circe tells him this, and it's kind of weird how she just assumes this about him. Like, tell your men to stop up their ears with wax. No one's ever tried that before, but it's really going to blow their minds. And then if you can't hear the siren song, they can't seduce you. And I know you, Odysseus. We've been together for a year, and you're probably going to want to hear that song. And that's another subplot in Hades 2, is that I'm sorry. I platinum trophied Hades 2. I really like it. So in Hades 2, Scylla and the Sirens sing a song. Like they actually have several songs, and they're a band, and they're very delusional about how popular they are. And your character hates them because they kill you over and over. And when you're talking to Odysseus about it in the game, Odysseus is like, that's a pretty good song though, right? And Odysseus is like low key wants to go listen to it again. And you eventually get the ability to, like, video games, they'll let you sometimes go to a bar in the game and play whatever song from the soundtrack you want. You could put on the Scylla and the Siren song, and you get like dialogue stuff from Odysseus where he's like, yeah, finally got some good music in here. But that's a video game. It doesn't count. I could do another 4 episodes on Hades 2 if you wanted. But Circe tells Odysseus, if you want to hear this song, and you do, you're going to have to tie yourself. You're going to have your men tie you to the ship. And if you tell them to let you go, they're going to have to tie you tighter because that means you're giving in. But if you do that, you can hear the siren song. It will infect your mind. You will never get the song out of your head, and you will live with its calling until the day you die. But you're going to do it, so I don't know why I'm even bothering to warn you. You're definitely going to do it.
Yeah. Well, I don't know why I'm warning you. You're going to do this fucking thing anyway,
Yeah.
so...
So he does that. Naturally, he does that. That's a pretty famous story. And, he makes it through. He ties himself to the mast, and he hears the siren song. His men stop up their ears, and they get through that. But then you got another problem. You got Scylla and Charybdis. Now, Scylla is not a quirky pop singer in the Odyssey. Scylla is some kind of 7-tentacled monster. And or I forget how many tentacles she has. There's a six.
I wrote down six men get grabbed and eaten.
Yeah. So they're talking about strategies for how to approach this. And Cersei's like, just take the hit. Just let 6 men go down. Sail through.
Yeah. Because Charybdis will destroy your ship and kill everyone.
Yeah, the only other option is to go to Charybdis, and he'll just take out the whole ship. So just let the 6 men go. And Odysseus is like, I'm Odysseus. No man left behind. That's a rule I adopted just now.
Yeah.
These are my boys. Except that one that fell off the roof. The rest of these are my boys. Okay? I'm not going to let Scylla take 6 of them. So they go through.
And that's exactly what has happened.
Scylla,
I neglected to mention to you guys that there's a monster up there. Bye.
Yep. Scylla takes 6 of them. He was given that speech for their benefit. That's all that he shouted that real loud. He's like, no, you can never. I'm never going to abandon my crew. I am their captain, their king. The Boromir speech. That's me. That's how I see myself. As Aragorn. And these men, they're dying Boromir telling me how good I am. And so they go through. And then they wind up at Cow Island.
Yeah, it's a paradise island. It's great.
It's been a traumatic day. The men.
And it was only 6 guys. We already lost 9 ships. What's 6 more dudes?
The men would really like to unwind with a nice side of beef. And Odysseus is like, don't do that. You can't be doing that.
We're going to swear oaths.
And they hold out for a little bit, but
I think they stay there for months. The wind does not change.
Yeah, the wind doesn't change. They're running out of supplies. They don't have much to eat. I forget what Odysseus does. Either he's off scouting. He's off praying. He went
further inland.
He's praying at an altar to see if he can get the gods to change the circumstance. And
it works well for him so far.
He's got Athena. And I don't know.
He doesn't have Poseidon.
No, he sure as fuck doesn't.
If I had to pick which one I would want on an ocean faring adventure.
Yeah, you'd think a sailor would go for Poseidon, but as Odin tells us, you can never have too much wisdom. Actually, no, he says you can have too much wisdom. He says specifically that. Well, anyway, while he's off sacrificing to the gods, the men are like, hey guys, so if we don't eat the cows, we starve to death, right? If we do eat the cows, Poseidon drowns us. So it's kind of like, do you want to starve to death or do you want to drown? And me, I'd rather drown. It's quick. I mean, it feels like forever when you're doing it, but on the whole, it's quick. And I got to imagine starvation doesn't feel like worlds faster.
And I can I can drown on a full stomach.
Oh, yeah.
Because think about it. What are the odds that we don't just drown anyway?
True facts, guy.
Yeah.
And I think that's a persuasive argument for the crew. So they start killing those cows.
Hell yeah.
They're just going to eat cow after cow after cow.
Goddamn right.
And Odysseus is like,
I'd like to wear one of their skins and lie in wait for Helios.
Odysseus is like, oh, this isn't going to go well for us. And this guy's got like mouth full of cow, picking his teeth with its bones. He's like, no, look, Odysseus, here's what we're going to do. We're going to, when we get home, big old sacrifice to Helios. Every cow I eat, I'll give him 10. And if that's not good enough for Helios, fuck him. You hear me, son?
What are you gonna do?
Get fucked.
You're up there in the sky, idiot.
Yeah. So the winds die down.
Hey, perfect.
You can get back in the boat.
Didn't their carcasses like start moving and
Yeah, there's some demonic shit.
Eat them faster, guys. The cows are still mooing at us, even though they're dead.
Yeah, the cooked cow flesh starts mooing and comes alive. The corpses dance around. I think Helios noticed. I think there's actually a cutaway to Helios whining about this.
Yeah, he's complaining to Zeus.
Yeah, he's like, but Papa, the man creatures, they ate my cows. You know I love those cows. Papa. And Zeus is like, yeah, just do whatever the last guy I talked to tells me, so fuck him.
That is how Zeus is.
They get in their ship. That's a bad idea. Smashy, smashy, smashy. The ships are smashed apart. I think Zeus just blows them up.
Yeah, he just drops a lightning nuke on them.
He just nukes them. And Odysseus goes flying, but he manages to cling to a piece of the ship. And he's like, I wonder where the current's taking me. I wonder where it could be. And then he notices he's going just straight towards Charybdis. Now, Charybdis is described as some kind of ocean monster that...
It's like a giant whirlpool.
It is a whirlpool.
Like a sentient whirlpool.
In Hades, too, I think it's some kind of clam. But in this, it's probably some natural phenomenon where there's...
It takes you into the hollow earth. Yeah.
Well, it's probably some natural phenomenon that's like, you know, there are whirlpools that form predictably. So it's something like that. So at a certain time of day, sucks water down, and another time of day, spits water out. So this is the wrong time of day. It's going to suck the water down. And it's really looking like this might be the end for old Odysseus. Now, you and I know that there's a lot of book left. But if you're hearing this as an oral tale, you're starting to think maybe this could be the end.
Unless you were told that part where Odysseus is retelling the tale to the king of the Phaeacians, in which case you know that he will in fact survive and go bang Calypso a whole bunch. But how does he survive, Ben?
Well, he is a wily man, Odysseus. A smart man.
Perhaps his craftiest plan yet.
The whirlpool sucks down the makeshift raft he's on, but fortunately, there's an olive branch hanging off of a cliff, and with his powerful thighs, which my translation sometimes refers to as hams, which I love.
Mine called it a fig tree.
I don't care. Whatever dumb fruit no one eats.
You can't make fig Newtons with an olive tree, Ben. You can't
make strawberry Newtons.
Be an olive Newton.
You make strawberry Newtons.
Yeah, it's just not the same.
Okay, well, whatever. He grabs onto a distinctly Greek tree. Okay. One of those Mediterranean trees that I have never seen in the wild. So
It's a gyro with like the lamb shank, and
he just
you cut
grabs
straight
onto a
down. And
gyro.
he grabs onto one
Oh
of
no,
those.
he grabs onto the Euro tree
There you
where they
go.
fall from. Yes. You know it's ripe when the tzatziki sauce drips down. Yes. So he grabs onto this tree, and because he's very smart, he remembers schedules. And so he's like, now this thing's due in 8 hours to spit my raft back up. And then I'm golden. So I'm just going to
Yeah,
literally hang here while my shoulders are pulled from their sockets for 8 hours. And that's
and
what he does.
Yeah.
And then he gets his little ship back, and I believe he floats on to Calypso.
Yeah.
And that
is what happens.
Alcinous, the Phaeacian king, who I've been telling this story to, that's how I got here.
Including that 1 week pause between episodes of me telling you this story.
Yeah, it was kind of weird how my eyes just went dark, and that's that's happened a lot since Troy. There's a motif in my translation where Penelope curses the name of Troy. And I have no idea what she says in the Greek. But in my translation, and I can't get this out of my head because of how many times it's repeated, Penelope starts to say Troy. And she's like, no, destroy, I call it.
Ah!
And I was like, God, she's so proud of that.
That was almost as good as my Odysseus joke. We're on the same wavelength.
Almost, yeah. You and Penelope both have had children. All right. You think we'll stop it there with Odysseus. You're all caught up. Next stop, Ithaca.
Yeah. We'll finish that up. Finish the Odyssey. Then we're on to Thrawn. Test. All right, everyone. That is the end of Odysseus' tale before he sets out for Ithaca, which will be our next episode. And yeah, this is a 4-parter, which is weird. My book only had like a few hundred pages, so I don't know how this stretched in 4 parts, but gotta thank the old patrons over on Patreon. Starting with, in no particular order, John Bierce, real author. He wrote The Mage Errant and The City That Would Eat the World and The Rack. Wabi award-winning The Rack. And you got Jacob Lansky doing whatever the fuck he wants, motherfucker. Spooky Shy with a Y, over on TikTok and others. Jamie, the Gravy Man. You can find him on ifyouwantthegravy.wordpress.com. And finally, Isekai Sensei Sama from That Time I Got Reincarnated in the Same World as an Anime Podcast. Is being a drunken man who falls off a roof and dies and then has to tell your commanding officer / king to give you a proper burial an isekai? I don't know. See you next week.